Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer is Tioga-Sequoia Smoked Barleywine. This was actually sent to me by Leandro, and it got shoved back into the closet. And the other day I was digging some of the beers out to put them into the fridge, just to get rid of some of the stuff that I have stuffed in the closet. And I found this one, and I said, there that beer is. Leandro even asked about it. I did the bourbon barrel aged version of this, I think is what it was, and he asked me, well, where's that beer that I sent you, the regular version of that? And I said, I don't know. I didn't know where I'd stuffed it. So I found it in the closet and got it put it in the fridge the other day and got it chilled down now. Leandro, I found it. He gathered a few beers up for me. I went out to California last year and met up with Leandro and his lovely wife, Christina, and me and Leandro went to Lengthwise Brewery and had a few beers and something to eat there. Great brewery. Nice people there. And his wife drove us, after we left there, drove us up to Kern River Brewing, which is about an hour or so away from there, up in the mountains, and they also had some great beers there. So a very pleasurable trip. Two great people. I feel very lucky to have Leandro and his wife as subscribers to me. Great people. Leandro, thumbs up, brother. I appreciate you gathering these beers up for me and sending them to me. I had heard that they had started dating their stuff. I'm not sure. Leandro may post a comment on that, or whether they have or not. I'm pretty sure this one doesn't have any kind of dating on it, because he had gathered this up and sent it to me after I left California. So it was at the end of 2014 or the first of 2015, maybe in the end of 2014. But I have done some of their beers. Some of them are fairly tasty, and some of them not so impressive. So I'm hoping this is going to be pretty tasty. This is a big beer. This is a 12%er. IBUs, it says here, are 100 on this beer, which is pretty big number for barley wine. But barley wines are pretty big, sweet, a lot of malt takes to make these style of beers. So might be right in line. When I see that 100 IBUs, I'm going, damn, that's as much as a double IPA. So, but it takes and it's a 12%er though, so it takes a lot of bittering hops and stuff. So that's going to add to the IBUs when they figure all that stuff out, what the beer has. So we'll see what this one brings. I will give you a heads up right off the bat, guys. When I went and started researching this beer a little bit and find out what everybody else thought about it, not a lot of people have done reviews of this beer. I don't know why that is. So Beer Advocate and Rate Beer, neither one has a rating for this beer. Very odd, because I think these guys have been in business for a little while, and I would have thought there's been enough reviews or people writing reviews on this beer to have a rating. So I guess I'm on my own on this one again, guys. So commercial description says here, Smoke Chaser comes from the name given to brave firefighters that defend California's forests from devastating wildfires. And boy, they have a lot of those out there. Between the earthquakes and the wildfires that they have out there, it's a beautiful state. I mean, I went from one end to the other when I was out there on a motorcycle. Gorgeous countryside. The only thing I can fuss about there is I was pulling a trailer. Me and the other couple were pulling a trailer on our motorcycles, and if you're pulling a trailer, the speed limit is 55. No matter what the rest of it's 65 or 70 for all the rest of the traffic. If you're a truck or a car or a motorcycle pulling a trailer, the speed limit is 55, and that kind of sucked. I mean, we're on the interstate or whatever, and you're riding up the road 55, maybe 60 pushing it, and everybody else is zoom, 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 zooming past you. So that was the only state that I was in that had that silly ass law. If you're pulling a trailer, you can't go faster than 55. Kind of stupid in my opinion. So, well, of course, there's probably a lot of people out there pulling trailers that don't know how to fucking drive. So, oop, there's the F-bomb. Sorry about that. All right. Says here, this barley wine is as big as courageous as this namesake. A multi-complexity combined with an American hop backbone and a cherry wood smoked finish makes this beer larger than life. Over to the food pairings for this style of beer, the barley wines. This cheese is sharp blue cheddar, your more pungent cheeses, gorgonzola and Limburger. And the meat for this is not even listed. And it says general dessert digestive. So, would go with your stronger dishes, guys. This is a big beer. It's a sipper. It's 12%. This will put you in the hammer lane if you try to drink it all yourself. Glassware, pint, becker, non tumbler, or snifter. I got my favorite glass, Sovereign beer glass, and can be sold for long periods of time, according to what Beer Advocate says here. So, don't think we need to talk about anything else. So, let's get the cap off of this puppy. Well, it's got that wine cap type deal on there where when you bottle wine and you shrink wrap these full caps over top of the bottle. Nice little hiss into the glass. I'm smelling some sweet malt from here. Right. On that aggressive pour, a little over a finger of head over into the light. It is very brown, guys. Very cloudy. Very, very cloudy. Can barely just see a little bit of light through there. Can't see any through the bulb part of the glass up here. So, good looking beer though. Nice khaki colored head. Not really dark, but it's just off white. Let's get a nose on it. Big malty sweetness to this beer. And I will look for a date when I come back with the final chug, but I'm pretty sure this bottle is not dated. I've had it for a while. It got stuff back in the closet. It's been back there for a while. Maybe even a year. Caramel and toffee. But mostly I'm getting slight hint of some smokiness in there. But big malty sweet backbone to this beer. Now let's give it a taste. Cheers everybody. Cheers Andrew. Thank you my brother. Very decent. Very typical of barley wine. Big, big, sweet back end on it. A lot of malt. Of course, it takes a lot of malt to produce a 12% beer. And it takes a lot of hops, especially bittering hops, to balance that beer out so it's just not overly sweet over the top. So. Getting just a little bit of the alcohol. Seems like a decent beer, guys. But it's right out of the fridge. Some of those flavors and aromas are probably going to come out a little bit more as it warms up. So let me pour her a glass and sip on this for a little bit and see what it ends up. I really did like the bourbon barrel version of this. This one has not got the bourbon barrel influences on it. So more of the big barley wine influences without that bourbon. But I am getting a little bit of that smoke, and it may come out a little bit more as it warms up. So I'll be right back and we'll do the final chug. Alright guys, I'm back. Got a little left here. Been sipping on it probably about 45 minutes now. Look at the bottle. There is no dating on it. Leandro sent this to me right after I got back from California. I looked back at the videos, on the Beer Mail videos. I think I did the Beer Mail video on this one like September 16th of 2014. So I've had this beer in the closet for about 16 months. Quite a long time. Of course, it's a 12%er, it should keep. The other half that I poured into the other half's glass, Charlotte's glass, was considerably more cloudy than what mine is. Mine's cloudy, but hers is almost like river water. It's so murky. A lot of sediment left in the bottom of the bottle. Of course, it's been sitting in the closet. It hasn't been in the fridge. So if they left any active yeast in there, it's still been fermenting in the bottle. Of course, I'm glad it didn't explode or gush out or anything like that, but it's been in the closet. So it's been kept at about 70 degrees for the last 16 months. So, very nice beer. It's not an outstanding beer. It's not blowing my hair back or my socks off or anything. It is a little heavy on the malty side. There is a little bit of smoke in there, and the alcohol is definitely there for 12%. It's not hidden super well. A little bit of toffee and caramel going on in there. Maybe some slight hint of some dark fruit. It's just not an outstanding beer to me. The bourbon barrel version was a lot tastier to me with that bourbon and the vanilla and the oaky and the woodiness from the barrel that lent to the beer. This one not so much. It's a good beer. It is. I mean, it's a 12%er and it'll get you in the hammer lane pretty quick, especially if you drink all the 22 ounces of it. Of course, I did not. I shared the other half. So it's a tasty beer. A nice beer to finish up the evening with. Nice beer to go with a really strong dish. But it is a pretty heavy malty beer, which a lot of barley wines are. But this one seems to be a little extra malty since it's been sitting in the closet for 16 months. So still a very tasty beer. I enjoyed it. So Leandro, very nice beer, very tasty. You may put some comments. I have heard that they're starting to date their stuff. I'm not sure. This one has nothing on it. So final chug. Guys, I think this is a B beer. If it had a date on it, I would probably give it to 7, which is a B+. But it has no dating or anything on it. And it's a little on the boozier side now that it's warmed up, and a lot on the maltier side. It was okay. It was above average, but it wasn't quite to the A category as far as I'm concerned. If it had a date on it, like I said, I'd give it to B. But it has nothing on it, so I'd give it to 7, which is a B+. I'm gonna give it to 6. If I was putting a numeric rating on this, guys, it would probably be 85, 86, maybe even an 87 on a good day. We'll average it out. 86 for me, guys. To me, this is a 6 beer. So it was decent. It was decent. So if you've had this one from Tioga-Sequoia Brewing Company, this is their Barleywine, and they're calling it their cherry wood smoked American barley wine. But it is a big beer. It's 12%er. It'll put you in the hammer lane pretty damn quick if you want to catch your buzz on. This will definitely do it. So yeah, it was decent. I enjoyed it. Nice beer to wind up the birthday evening, if you will. So that's when I'm reviewing this one on the evening of the 12th. So it was tasty. It was pretty tasty. All right, guys, let me know if you've had this one from Tioga-Sequoia, their Smoke Chaser Cherry Wood Smoked Barley Wine. Let me know what you think, guys, and come on back tomorrow. Let's go see what's in that fridge. See you later.